said, I get really philosophical when I'm tired. Shh, we are right over the chapel.
It's really funny. Shh. Well, they probably think I'm funny down there too.
No, they probably don't. Hey everybody, what's happening? Thanks for watching God's Grace on Tuesday. I'm Tim Rydberg. So, have you ever been disobediently obedient or irresponsibly responsible? Now that's like, huh? Like what's happening? Well, when I get really tired, which I am, I'm just hyped up on coffee right now and Jesus. So I get strangely philosophical when that happens. Now here's the thing. Ask my wife, ask my youth, if they've ever seen my office, ask my poor mother. I am not what you would call a cleanly person. Now sure, I take showers like every other day. It's good. I change, my clothes sometimes. But one of the things I do not do is keep things clean. I'm bad at it. I like to do it. It's ironic. Like I actually, once I get cleaning, I enjoy doing it and I can't stop doing it. But like getting me to clean is like getting a small child to take a nap. Once they're asleep, they love it. But getting them to go to sleep, it's not cool. So what does this have to do with the strange sentence I said earlier about being like disobediently obedient? Well, when my mother would say, hey Tim, would you clean your room for me please? Like it's a mess and I hate it. I go up there and I just have like a stroke or something. Like, would you please clean it? And I'd just be like, yeah, sure, of course I'll do it. Oh my gosh, the lawn needs to be mowed. I'm going to go do that instead. You see? So like doing something good to get out of doing something that you're supposed to do doesn't work. It's still disobedient. And I think sometimes we play games with God with this. Like for example, I was talking to a guy the other day who, like, God bless him. I don't know how he does this, but he says, I've never struggled with lust. Never struggled with objectifying a person. I'm sitting there going like, kudos to you, bro. That's phenomenal. But then he goes on and just rips on about 45 different people, sharing information about them, their personal lives, like gossiping to being, a detractor, which is a sin. And I'm just sitting there like, okay, so sure, maybe you don't objectify anybody and you don't break the commandment, thou shalt not commit adultery. But what about thou shalt not kill, like with your words? This guy's talking about how, yeah, sure, he never would ever, covet his neighbor's wife, but his car, absolutely. And I'm like, Jesus says don't covet your neighbor's stuff too. Like that's also wrong. So do you see how doing something right, okay, to get out of doing what you're supposed to do is not good. All right? It's a simple concept, but I sat there and I thought, we all do it. I do it. Everybody does it. And we need to stop doing it. Jesus talks about how a servant who's in the field, works in the field all day, and then comes back in, the master doesn't say to him, hey, sit down, let me wait on you. No, the master's been out like sunbathing or something or doing whatever, being lazy, and he just says, I'm tired, make me dinner and you can eat when I'm done. And then the servants, they do it. Why? Because they're servants. And then when they're all done, they don't sit there and go, oh yeah, we're awesome servants, we did our jobs. No, they say, we're servants, we did what we were supposed to do. Following the commandments, living a Christian life, that's what you're supposed to do. So don't get prideful. Don't be like, oh, I deserve some kind of recompense. You don't. What you deserve, essentially, is hell. You're not perfect. But guess what? God is so good and His grace is so good. He will give you the desires of your heart. He will bless you with grace. He will do all these things. Someone very much wiser, that's not a sentence, but whatever. Someone a lot wiser than me said to me once, only blessing will come from obedience, because the goal of every human being is to get to heaven and have the Father, Jesus, the Holy Spirit, look at you and say, well done. That is your reward. Strive for that. Do what you're supposed to do, and together we will bring the whole world to Jesus Christ and be great saints. Be sure to subscribe to Everything God's Grace on Tuesday. Peace of Jesus to you.